Pete Thorn. Welcome to my studio. I'm here for Vintage King, and today we're going to look at the Dumbloid pedal from Shin's Music. I've got one in my hands here and a slightly different model on the desk in front of me. Right out of the gate, I'll say, with a name like Dumbloid, this pedal stirred up a lot of controversy and online chatter and stuff like that on the internet. I don't actually really know that much about the amps that start with the letter D. I don't really have a great handle on what they're supposed to sound like and whatnot. It's still a bit of a mystery to me, and I'm learning. So I can only judge this pedal on its strengths and merits as an overdrive pedal, and that's what I'm going to do. And I think it's a terrific overdrive pedal. It has a very fat character, a kind of fat vocal character. It can be dark, or you can get it sizzly if you want, because there's a couple different tone controls on it that pack a lot of power. You can use it as just a thickener in front of a clean sound to kind of just augment your tone or fatten up single coils. It works great for that without barely adding any drive. Or you can crank up the gain and use it as your only source of overdrive in front of a clean amp if you want. And I've also used it to boost an already dirty tone and get a slightly different lead character out of a sound that was already distorted. So I'll try all those examples for you today with a couple different guitars. And let's get to it and check it out further, the Dumbloid pedal from Shin's Music. So let's check out the controls real quick on the Dumbloid pedals. I've got two here on the desk in front of me, the Dumbloid Special and the Dumbloid Standard. So the only difference is the Standard evidently has a little bit more mids in its overall voicing. The Dumbloid Special, which I've got plugged in on the desk here, has a jazz rock switch, and the jazz rock switch will give you more of a warmer, kind of darker tone in the jazz setting, or a sort of more open, full range sound in the rock setting. Other than that, the controls are exactly the same on the pedals. You've got a drive control that has overdrive and sustain and harmonics. You've got a volume control, which is, of course, your overall master volume. And this pedal's got a lot of output, so you can kick the front end of your amp nice and hard with that volume control if you want. And then there's two controls that affect the tone. A standard tone control, which works just like you think it would. Clockwise will give you highs, back it off, counterclockwise, and you're going to darken things up. And then there's the accent control, and it's very powerful, kind of like the presence control on an amp. It adds upper end clarity and upper end frequencies, but it'll also sort of make the sound more modern as you turn it up and a little bit harder edged. And the smoothest, darkest, warmest tones in the Dumbloid are found if you bring that accent control all the way down. Okay, so the first sound I want to check out on the Dumbloid is what they refer to in the manual as their fat preamp setting. Okay, so it's a really great sound for thickening up single coils, I find. You can see the settings on your screen there. I'm playing my old Strat through my Jim Kelly amp, and here's the sound with no pedal. Okay, so really great clean tone, but it's kind of thin for playing lead and stuff. So hit the Dumbloid and it'll fatten it right up. Okay, so you can see it just adds a real nice thick texture to single notes and makes everything more fun to play. Playing the neck pickup, sounds great, but it's maybe a bit dark. So I'm going to bring up the accent control a little bit to about 9 o'clock, and you'll hear how it just adds some presence and top-end excitement and makes things open up a bit. Kind of makes me feel like playing something like Okay, so I brought the drive up a bit, the accent up a bit, so I'm getting a bit more of that presence kind of bite. I brought the volume down a hair, so I'm not getting quite as much boost, but I am getting more drive out of the pedal. It's really cool how you can back the volume down on the guitar, and the tone cleans right up, but it stays really fat. It's like really nice bluesy Strat neck pickup tone. So the last thing I want to show you with the Dumbloid is what it sounds like boosting an already dirty amp. It's really cool for this use. I find it sounds great through my PT100 Sur amp on channel 2, so that's the crunch channel. So here's the sound that I've got going, crunch tone. Okay, turning on the Dumbloid. It's got this kind of like vocal midge thing that's really cool, and I find that I actually haven't heard it in any other pedal. It sounds great for playing like the last solo in my song Homage, for example, off of Guitar Nerd. Okay, really great for that style of playing. You know, it's just got this vocal, really rich character to the mids that I really dig. Alright, pedal geeks, I am Pete Thorn for Vintage King. Thanks for watching my video on the Dumbloid, and until next time, I bid you adieu.